The Russell Wilson era in New York has officially begun, and let me tell you, it already feels different. There was OTA practices for the Giants, and while it's still early, the energy on that field was impossible to ignore. From Wilson dropping dimes to Jaxson Dart soaking it all in, this was more than just another offseason workout. It was the first glimpse of what could be a new chapter for Big Blue. So what stood out? Who's turning heads? And what does this all mean for the 2025 season? From all the reports circulating, one of the biggest highlights was Russell Wilson making a few truly impressive throws. That really became the primary takeaway from the day. In this video, I want to break down what went on during OTA Day 1, who stood out, what caught my attention, and why even practices like these are crucial in the NFL. I'll also dive into some other developing stories involving the Giants, including the Tyreek Hill trade rumors and my perspective on them. But first, if you're enjoying this content, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and your support truly helps us get there faster. Let's jump into it. One thing head coach Brian Daboll has repeatedly emphasized during this early part of the offseason is the team's incredible attendance. Virtually everyone has shown up. That kind of dedication speaks volumes, especially during a developmental phase. Now, regarding Malik Neighbors, he's currently rehabbing and easing back into football activities. He has been present at the facility and around the team, even if he hasn't been participating fully. Here's what Brian Daboll had to say about Neighbors during his press conference.
Malik's really just caught the ball. Malik will be out here today, but he won't be participating. We're being mindful of his toe that he's had. Nothing serious, but we're being smart with him in terms of the rehab part of it. So that's where we're at.
Did he have a procedure of some sort?
He didn't. Nope.
Just needs rest.
Yeah, and again, they have a plan. Our doctors, our trainers, if you will, have a plan to kind of move him along, and he's been doing a good job with that.
From the footage released today, we mostly saw the team stretching, running some 7-on-7 and doing a bit of 11-on-11. It wasn't full contact, but still valuable for evaluating form, timing, and movement. With all the buzz surrounding the Giants this offseason, it was just refreshing to see everyone out on the field. Russell Wilson in particular looked a bit strange in a Giants uniform. It's going to take some getting used to. Jaxson Dart was also out there, as were rookie minicamp standouts like Abdul Carter and others. One player I had my eye on was tight end Theo Johnson. Entering his second year, he's someone who needs to take that next step. He showed flashes last season, but now it's time to become a reliable weapon, especially given the current quarterback situation. With Wilson likely to start the season, Jameis Winston backing him up, and Dart waiting in the wings, a dependable tight end like Johnson could become a crucial part of the offense. Johnson was seen doing ladder drills, blocking reps, and generally looking sharp. The team also focused on ball security, running ladder footwork drills while coaches attempted to punch the ball out. Even though the roster now includes more experienced players, the core of the team remains relatively young. Ball security is one of those fundamentals that can make or break a season, especially for a team still finding its identity. Let's talk about the QB rotation now. While still part of OTA coverage, this is an important development. The initial depth chart has been revealed. Wilson is QB1, Winston is QB2, Dart is QB3, and Tommy DeVito is QB4, assuming he makes the final roster. This was expected. The Giants brought in Wilson to serve as a bridge quarterback. That was before they surprised many by trading back into the first round to draft Jaxson Dart out of Ole Miss. Wilson's role now mirrors that of a transitional figure. Think of it like a senior employee training the new hire before retirement. The twist, of course, is that Wilson is new to the Giants himself. Still, his NFL experience, including a Super Bowl ring, makes him the ideal mentor for Dart. While things didn't pan out for him in Denver or Pittsburgh, Wilson still has something left in the tank. He can help the Giants win a few games and, more importantly, ensure they don't have to rush Dart into a starting role too soon. History shows us that very few quarterbacks benefit from being thrown into the fire as rookies. Sitting and learning remains a proven formula for long-term success. As expected, social media was flooded with hot takes and overreactions to OTA clips. Still, Even through the noise, many observers noted that Wilson had some beautiful throws, including a toe tap touchdown. So take it all with a grain of salt, but it's hard not to get excited seeing Wilson, Dart, and the rest of the squad out there. Now let's pivot to another topic, Jaylen Hyatt. Connor Hughes was recently asked whether Hyatt could re-emerge as a deep threat now that Wilson is in the mix. His response was pretty honest. Hyatt had a curious trajectory. He saw more targets and had 373 yards in 2023, but that number dropped drastically to just 62 yards in 2024. That's a massive decline and one the Giants can't afford if they want to stretch the field in 2025. As for the Tyreek Hill trade rumors, I'm firmly against it. Nothing against Hill as a player. He's dynamic, no question, but he doesn't align with the Giants' current rebuild timeline. He's aging, expensive, and brings a strong personality to the locker room. This isn't a championship-ready team. Bringing in a veteran like Hill would feel like putting a Band-Aid on a long-term plan, so I say pass. Here's another brief clip from Brian Daboll during OTA interviews.
To get out here, phase 3 portion of it, be able to compete against one another, albeit with certain restrictions, 50-50 balls, not a lot of running game, make sure our offense and defensive line are practicing the right way. But just to go ahead and execute the schemes against the opponent, defense or offense, it's good to get out here and do that. We've had a productive, say, month and a half here since they've been back. Everybody's here today. Not everybody will participate, but everybody is here. And we've had great attendance throughout the offseason program.
So, yeah, plenty to be optimistic about. It's an exciting time to be a Giants fan. After years of frustration, it feels like there's finally some real momentum behind this team. The offseason moves, the new faces, the energy, it's all building towards something. With OTA practices underway and training camp just around the corner, week 1 of the NFL season will be here before we know it. If you made it this far, thank you. Please drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. It truly helps. And let me know what you'd like to see next. Until then, I'll catch you all